welcome back, y'all, to Mario Galaxy, and also Mario Galaxy 2, but we are starting with Mario Galaxy tonight. 27 stars, just shy of 1,000 star bits. Let's see how things go. First of all, we got mail. And jumping on Toad's head, we've also got that. But yes, welcome back, everybody. I just felt like doing a little bit of Galaxy and Galaxy 2 tonight. It is only going to be an hour of each, as I do at work tonight, so obviously I can't just play in the wee hours. So if anybody was worried about, like, yo, it's a work night, school night, whatever, not to worry, I will not be playing for too terribly long. Only a couple hours, as I said. Didn't have really any rhyme or reason other than just wanting to play. There are a couple small updates, not anything too terribly big, but we're going to get into a stage first. And I'm going to hopefully remember what's in the kitchen other than the galaxy where we find Luigi, which I believe is this one? No, that's Beach Bowl. Okay. I always get this and the ones that are in the bedroom mixed up in terms of which ones are where, because I know bedroom's got Freeze Flame, the desert, and then like one other big one. And I always think that that's Beach Bowl, but it is not. So to Beach Bowl we go. So yeah, just a couple small updates on my end as we head into Sunken Treasure, but I will probably try to get the secret star first if I can. The first and foremost update primarily being that I have been working on doing, with permission, mind you, I'm not just going to go in and absolutely cheat. With permission, I have been working on level grinding Icarus's team in Pokemon Versus, which is Heart Gold, Soul Silver, for those that are not watching that. But I've been grinding up her team to make sure that they are high enough level to be able to beat the rematch of the Elite Four. I'm going to work on that a little bit tonight while I'm at work, provided no shenanigans happen, which would be preferred. Does not always happen, but would be preferred. And no, I'm not referring to the kids, I'm referring entirely to the other staff. That's what we're starting with. Alright. Let's get back around here. So we're nearly about done on that. Once that does occur, we will set a time to do the next episode of Versus that theoretically might be the last one. It will be entirely dependent on how the final fight that she has got to do goes. Also, where is this last star chip? It always seems like there's one. Oh, I think it's over by the big enemies. There's always one that I forget, but it's never the same one. Is this it down here? Yes, it is. But her team, as it stands right now, is easily able, at least level-wise, to be able to beat the Elite Four. I'm going to try to get them all to 75, which is the highest level of the champions Pokemon. They're all sitting at about 70, 71 right now. So I'm going to work on that tonight and try to get them there. Sure, we'll go ahead and grab this, why not? Just for the heck of it, say we did. So once that's done, she can finish up the second round of the Elite Four, do all the extra stuff, and theoretically potentially be able to beat the final fight of that game, but we'll see how that goes. If she tries and it just feels like, oh yeah, it's just a case of you're too low level for this, because I would assume she'd probably be in decently close to the 80s with her team by the time that she got through the second round of the Elite Four and all the battles up to the champion. Could be wrong about that, but I guess we'll find out at that point. But if that's the case, then maybe I'll do a little bit more off-screen level grinding and we'll show like one more quick video and then talk about our thoughts on the project. But that should be finishing up, ideally, and note that I say ideally it should be done before November, I would think, but I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. Don't know if that will be occurring this weekend, simply since it is the weekend of Halloween. For anybody that is not watching this live, it is the 29th of October, 2025. So Friday will be Halloween, so maybe not, I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But note that that project is underway, and that will basically leave us, at least in terms of the Icarus projects, just down to Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. And from there, we'll probably just finish up Wind Waker before doing any other project. I do think I know what we should probably do next, but that is a ways away, because Wind Waker is definitely going to go through the end of the year, at the very least. And we'll see how far it goes. Passing the swim test. I do believe we have to talk to him, otherwise the gold shell will not appear. Hello. Yep. I'm here to take the school's final test, despite the fact that I am not part of the school. Don't mind me, just ripping away a potential good grade for one of your students that needs it to pass. It's probably fine. That's weird, they changed that dialogue. Instead of it saying not bad, it was something like, oh, I thought I was gonna get it. Apparently that was, too sad, question mark? I don't know. It's probably fine. Are you one of my students? You saw nothing. Quick, get out of here before he notices. It's fine. The other thing on my agenda, depending on how paycheck goes at the end of this month, since I do have a fair bit of gift card money from Amazon, mostly through doing a lot of pet sitting as my folks have been traveling, I might end up picking up a Switch 2, because I'd basically, despite the hefty price tag, I'd be knocking off a pretty good chunk of that price tag, probably buying it for what it's actually worth, but that's besides the point. Not for any game I want to pick up right away, but they are doing, I don't know if you want to call them test fires, or, you know, little pre-release thing, whatever you want to call it, but they are doing a couple of days in, take that from you, thank you. They're doing a couple days before the game's out of showing off / letting people play Kirby Air Riders, and that is a game I've been waiting about 20 years for a new one. So, needless to say, I would be very much happy to give that a whirl. Yep. Here we go! So that will kind of depend on, you know, like, I still have to pay rent, and then there is another thing I have to pay a decent, not a huge amount for, but a decent amount for, so we'll see how that goes. Which, that one was honestly my fault. It was something I had underpaid on, not intentionally, but I should have been smarter in the fact that whenever I went to go make that transfer, because it was an international transfer, I should not have let the teller figure out that amount, because evidently I was like, oh yeah, like, if he's the person that does international transfers, this shouldn't be too bad, like, he would know how to do this. And then he used Chat GPT to do the conversion rate. So yeah, didn't realize he did that, but clearly cannot be trusted to just, you know, use anything other than Chat GPT. Like, I know all the other converters, yes, they are also using a computer to do it, but ChatGPT is, like, notoriously bad about giving incorrect information. Yeah, I'm not gonna go under that. That's gonna insta-kill me, and I'd rather not do that, thanks. If I'm gonna die, at least let me die on the fast foe version. Very nice. We're actually going through this pretty quickly. It's only been 10 minutes and we've gotten, what, 3 stars? That's not too bad. Especially considering we're, you know, sitting through this, which has probably taken up a minute of those 9 minutes between the 3 of them. How are we doing on star bits? 1045. And there's the fast foe. Let's go and knock that out. One thing I didn't check, and I'm going to check it right now as we do this, is I know in original game, if a comet appears, yeah, you do have to do it. So the only way to do other stars is by moving it with the Luma. Interesting. Alright, let's see how this goes. Most of the time I lose at least 1 life on this one, not because it's hard, but because I'm impatient. there, that was a very good opportunity to potentially get myself killed. That was also a very good opportunity to get myself killed. This one can catch you as long as you just keep moving, so we're good there. Lucky on the timing on that one. Yeah, that one actually worked out quite well. We got very lucky on the timing there. It's like when you go driving somewhere and you manage to get every single light green. A win is a win. I'm gonna open my my drink here of choice. Sadly, no Coke can opening ASMR for you. Sticking with a nice simple Powerade. Or Gatorade, rather. Hashtag not a sponsor. Alright, Secret Star. Funny how, like, quote-unquote well this one is hidden, despite the fact it's not really that well hidden at all. It's just, like, tucked away in a little area. Like, I wouldn't say it's hidden, but if you're not exploring, you were definitely not going to find it either. So now off we go to get the Ice Flower. This is the first time you would see it, at least if you're going through all of the stages in full. Or as much as you could, anyway. Otherwise, I think it would be Freeze Flame would be your first opportunity to find it. I do quite like this mission. Sometimes the Catacwax can be a little finicky, but we'll see how it goes. Boy, come over here. I know you desire to eat me. Oh, speaking of eating, on today's episode of Poor Communication Kills, thanks to my coworkers, which thankfully also had nothing to do with me, it was just the fact that they did not communicate with other staff. The day staff in the main station that I work was on vacation. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. I thought I'd be able to... No, it disappeared too quickly. Is there one right here? There's not. Okay, cool. I guess I'll just jump back down to the bottom because screw me. That's... And screw that guy too. But yes, they had gone on vacation for 3 days, and so they had asked somebody to take care of their pets, and that person had not only, like, told them, like, oh, well, think about it, they were like, oh, no, I can't do it. And apparently, no, I can't do it means, yeah, sure, no problem, because they thought that they were going to do it anyway. And despite the fact that there were plenty of people around able to feed those animals, none of us thought, hey, we should go feed them, because we assumed, like, responsible adults that they took care of that problem. And, of course, they did not. There we go. And so their pets went without food for 3 days. So that's exciting. It appears no long-lasting damage has been done, thankfully. But yeah. So, pro tip, if you're going on vacation, you have animals, make sure for sure that somebody is feeding those animals, and if they tell you they can't do it, that does not mean, yes, they would be happy to do it, as one would expect, but, you know, clearly expectation versus reality, not one and the same here. Ooh, Poison Swamp. I'll probably do the Luigi Galaxy last, I think. I was gonna say, at the rate we're going, we can definitely get through the kitchen. And I do think we can, but the Luigi stars might slow us down slightly. In fact, I may actually wait on the, I think it's Buoy Base is the other one-star one. Or two, technically, with the green star, but you know what I mean. Regardless of that, though, if the Luigi missions decide to pop quickly enough, for lack of a bubble pun, then we can probably get all those knocked out as well. We'll see how things go. I know the Bouldergeist fight is one of the longer fights in the game. Let's go here. All the star bits. Ah, so close to 1-up yet so far. If you're not good at the Bubble Breeze Galaxy, then this is a pretty decent one for grinding star bits because of this little section right here. You just sit here and get this over and over. Same as the, oh, whatever the other one was that I was constantly messing up last episode in the fountain. That. It's a good thing it's not a big deal if you touch like a wall or a rock or anything. Ah, that was an expert stay right thing. I keep forgetting that. I always think that you have to take that path, but you don't. It's not difficult or anything, you just have to be a little quick. This is one of the few stages you probably could pretty easily get 50 coins on. Even though the coins basically don't do anything in this game, which I will give that to Galaxy 2, is at least the coins do something. Not just with the coin limits either, like actually outside of the world, because in this game, other than restoring your life, they don't do anything. They're completely useless otherwise. They let you get a high score, which also does nothing. Alright. Yeah, I think let's go ahead and do Ghostly Galaxy here. Go ahead and free Luigi from his eternal plight. We'll see how quickly it takes for him to spawn in Good Egg Galaxy and tell us we've missed a star there. Oh, Luigi. What a time to be alive. Also, hello, Roseline. I am doing pretty well. Just doing a little bit of Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 before I head to work, but we've still got plenty of time left on the agenda. That Toad is very excited. It's the happiest I've ever seen a Toad. How fitting we have this galaxy this close to Halloween as well. That was not intended, but it is very funny. I should have gotten the rainbow star, but that's okay. Now we get to see friends! Hello! My lovely little ghosty friends. Is there a... Oh, just over the railing. Depth perception, you failed me once again. I'm sorry I must melt you, Mr. Ghost, but I was unfortunately not given a choice in the matter. Yeah, if you hit that first stalactite, you can get a Rainbow Star / Starman out of that. It's a lot faster. I think it's pretty much the only way to kill the ghost outside of using light in this game. I think a Starman is the only other way you can do it. Could we, yeah. I am gonna need the coins now that I've said they're useless, because I'm not doing well here. Could have sworn this was a defeat all enemies, but no, this looks like star chips, which means I don't have to defeat all the enemies. So number 4 is up here. Where is number 5? Oh, I just saw it. Or the traces of the sparkling of it, anyway. There we go. Weird little planets that just occasionally spit out star bits. Alright, Luigi. We're almost there. Oh, more friends. Hello, friends. Yay! You've now become a ghost. At long last. I do love this power-up. I really wish they had brought this one back for Galaxy 2 proper. Like, I believe, if I remember correctly, it's in the game, but it is in the game for exactly one mission. That's it, which is a little dumb. Like, if you're gonna do that, fine, but ideally what you would do is put it in, like, the last mission, whether it's, you know, your super difficult perfect run or just the last one, like the Bowser fight, and do, like, a particularly long stage that uses all the items that were not in the second game otherwise. That would be ideal. Of like, oh, we're gonna put the Boo Mushroom in just this stage, and then the Ice Flower as well, and then, you know, XYZ. Last time I played, I forgot, and they may have changed it in this version, since this is the Switch version of 1+2 for Galaxy games. But I know in at least one of the versions of Galaxy, if you do not talk to Luigi here, he actually will not appear in any of the stages where he gives you stars, so make sure you do that. I believe it's only the first one that you'll automatically get warped to Toad for him to let you know, hey, Luigi got lost in a level, you gotta go and save him. After that, you just gotta remember to check. But we'll see how all that goes at a later date. I think he's usually pretty good about sending the first message pretty quickly if you've been grabbing every star thus far in the game and not just getting enough to progress to the next world. Which, to be fair, I don't think I've ever done that in Galaxy 1, where I intentionally just skipped slower levels. I have done a speed run of the game before on stream, but it was a 100% run, or at least of getting all of the 120 stars, because I would have had to also beat it with Luigi. Which, depending on how long this goes, like, in terms of the full project, I might go ahead and beat the game with Luigi as well, because Galaxy 2 will be substantially longer than Galaxy 1 otherwise. So I don't know. Yeah, let's go ahead and do the Matter Splatter Galaxy looking thing first. Couldn't get him over there fast enough. That's alright. I don't think anybody would argue if I said a ghost could be killed by a star. Pretty much almost anything can be killed by a star, so it's fine. They just look so cute! I feel like getting, like, memorabilia, especially, like, Boo-related stuff, is really the only reason I would personally go to Nintendo World. I'm just not big on theme parks, like, I just don't care for them, personally. There we go. Especially also considering, like, for roller coasters and stuff. I love roller coasters, I get sick on roller coasters, like, really easy, which sucks. Very, very easy for me to get, like, altitude sick or what have you, just from the roller coasters when not swinging around, which is a shame since I do enjoy them, but, you know. Because inevitably, if I go to a theme park with people that have not gone with me before, it'll be the exact same conversation of like, oh, do you want to get on the roller coaster? Like, I can't, I'll get sick. Oh, no, you're just saying that because you're scared. And then I'll get on the roller coaster with them and be like, well, I'm not scared of them, and I will not be, but I will also throw up. And you know, it's like, oh, you weren't kidding. It's like, yeah, maybe you should not try to convince me that I'm scared of roller coasters when I'm not. I just don't enjoy throwing up. It's like, wager most people don't. So yeah, there wouldn't be really much reason for me to go for the rides. The food, while it looks really cool to see it, it's kind of, you know, overpriced. Even though, like, by all accounts, at least that I've seen, they're good at making it, like, quality. You know, it does taste good and look good, but it's not worth the price, even despite that. So getting all the stuff from the shops would be the only real reason I would go, but even then, I'm willing to bet probably you could order that online these days. I'll just as soon do that. Like, would it be more expensive to get it over here and get it shipped? Yeah, but is it going to be less expensive than actually physically driving / flying there and, you know, spending all that money? Yeah, it will. Luigi, how's it going?
Thanks.
You got lost extremely easily, my guy.
Yeah.
I say that, but apparently he doesn't have the capacity to leave a level like I do. So, if that's the case, then yeah, technically there was literally no way for him to get out. Once he jumped in the level, he was doomed to be here forever until I showed up, so what are you gonna do?
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Luigi on the roof. Alright, we'll continue on our merry adventure, and at some point he'll get stuck in Battle Rock Galaxy. Provided that he goes in the same order that he did last time. I do think it's a good thing that they only gave Luigi 3 stars to get. I feel like if it had been any higher number, it might have been a bit much. But I think 3 is a pretty good number to choose for that. They probably could have gotten away with 5, but I feel like that would kind of annoy the player enough to be like, oh, the first time they tell you, but after that you're constantly just having to check in with Toad and see if he's gotten himself captured somewhere else again. So, yeah, I think 3 is a pretty good choice number for that. Welcome to the galaxy. Thank you. Well, you already got 16 lives. Are you serious? Bearing in mind, those do reset with each time you turn the game off and back on. That's insane. Nope, I want to go that way, please. Thank you. I love how that effect looks when you're flying through a launch star with a rainbow star on. Even if you could get it all the way up to where the ghost is here, I'm pretty sure it would automatically turn off. And even if it didn't, it's not like that's going to help you in the race. I remember there was one time I did this. I don't remember if that was on a stream or not, but my time was actually exactly 1 minute for this. I think I've still got that picture somewhere. Hopefully I can get them from behind the thing, even though there's no line of sight. Luckily, it appears we're good on that front. Always go for that, by the way. It helps a ton in getting to skip a lot of that. And also avoid the planets for as long as you possibly can, because they will also slow you down. No, it was almost a minute again. Very, very close. 1 minute and 10 milliseconds, huh? Yep. Looks like. Tragically, I do not believe this guy comes back in Galaxy 2 either. I don't remember Galaxy 2 as well as I do 1 because I've just played it way less, but yeah, I don't think he comes back. He only's in 2 stages here, which is this one and then one towards the very, very end of the game where you race him as Boo Mario. Obviously, there is no Boo Mario race, so he would only show up in racing regular Mario, I would assume, but I don't believe he is in Galaxy 2. Oh well. And that leaves, I believe, Bouldergeist and Bouldergeist Daredevil for our remaining stars. Yes, it is. And yes, I know there's the purple comets, but I'm talking about what we can actually obtain right now. Yeah, I always forget that there's like a whole beginning part to this level. Usually when I think about Bouldergeist, I think about only the boss fight because of how long the fight is, and then also doing it again where it's only the fight on the Daredevil run. Sure, let's grab another Rainbow Star, why not? Fare thee well, Chain Chomp. That. I'm sure it's possible to get this thing done without hitting all the boxes and stuff, but it's definitely not very easy to do. Seems like the range on... Well, maybe not. I was gonna say the range on spinning to pick up the bomb boost felt like it might have gotten shrunk slightly. I think the only thing I've found thus far that did not translate over from the 3D All-Stars or the Wii version, there was one shortcut in Honey Hive Galaxy that I couldn't take anymore, which was a bit of a shame. But oh well. Hello. Let's just do a little, there we go, perfect. I'm gonna need to be collecting those, so I might as well. If I end up with not having enough, which is, there's a decent chance that could happen, then I will very likely just go to a galaxy where you can grind those up pretty easily, and then we'll get the last one that we need. I think we're doing okay on those right now, though. Get that. See, I don't understand why I'm so bad on it on that other galaxy. And then, like, right here, I did it no problem. Is it just the threat of knowing that if I make a mistake, I'm gonna die? Or, I don't know what it is, but for whatever reason, man, just in that galaxy, I cannot do it for some reason. I always love this planet in particular because the gravity is extremely low, so it's very, very easy to, be able to just long jump and basically circle it endlessly if you want to. Hello, Luma Shop. I'm gonna ignore you because there's really no point in me grabbing the extra hits. If I'm gonna have to do it in one hit anyway, I might as well just get used to having the normal amount of hits now. Like, why would I not do that? Alright. Small tip for anybody playing this that may not know this, you can use the star bits to destroy those rocks. So if you want to get rid of the regular rocks because they're obnoxious and in the way, and you just want to keep the darker ones around for the bomb boos, you can do that. So you're probably fine just dodging them though, they're not too terribly difficult. First time I played this, I didn't realize you could get rid of the pillars that he spawned in, like, by yourself by spinning. I thought, at least in the second stage, that you had to wait for him to, like, throw a punch, and then you could guide the punch into the rocks, and that was the only way you could destroy them. Which does work, but I thought that was the only way you could do it, so potentially you could be trapped on a part of the stage if there was 2 sets of the pillars, and there was no way for you to do anything. Yes, throw another punch. That is one on my list that I've been considering. Oops. Where did I go? There you are. Come here, you. Ooh. Not too bad. Better than I thought I was on Daredevil Run, but no, we're good on that front. But yeah, I have considered Super Mario RPG or Smurpaga, if you prefer, for an Icarus Let's Play. And we probably will do it at some point, but I don't think it's the next one on our agenda. And there you have it. Very nice. Does this guy come back in Galaxy 2? Part of me is saying this guy comes back in Galaxy 2. Specifically on the Galaxy where it's only the boss fights. Because I think that's a speed comment, and I distinctly remember him being in there, and I know it's a Daredevil comment for this. And he doesn't show up anywhere else in the game other than here in the Daredevil comments, so maybe he is. Or maybe that's all in my head, I don't know. I think I am going to go ahead and finish up, I mean, I've shut up the time, but I'm going to go ahead and finish up the kitchen anyway, and then we'll see if Luigi's got Battle Rock Galaxy available. I think we've got enough time to do that before we switch over to Galaxy 2. So got like 20 minutes, and there's only 4 stages. This, the Bowser stage, and then the 2 on Buoy Base, if I'm remembering correctly, and that is in fact Buoy Base. And those stars take a little bit of time, but no more than the Boulder Guys fight does. It seems like we can pretty consistently, at least in Galaxy 1, manage to clear an area each hour we play. I should have let him keep throwing the rocks, but oh well. There's not really that much he can do in round 1 other than spawn the rocks and then spawn those little stalactites, or stalagmites rather. Yep, there's 1. Now for round 2. To think, this fight used to give me so much trouble on the Daredevil run. Probably again because I was not being patient. And I would say for Daredevil Run, it probably is a good idea to intentionally knock out even one of his arms will make a big difference, just so every time you try to fire a shot back at him, it won't inevitably miss. Send in more boulders, preferably more of the bomb boos, please, since you only dropped 1. Yeah, I'll take care of that. I have to try to keep the area as clean as I can here, so I've got as much space to work with as possible. I'm just messing up here. There we go, that's better. No, I'm not gonna be getting speared by one of those things today. Whoa, you threw that punch way off to the right. Well, dude, maybe if you stop spawning in a singular boo here. Can manage it. Oh, there we go, there's 2 of them. Surprised I managed to actually get that hit. I thought for sure I was going to hit the right arm. Nope. All good. That was definitely a slower fight than I usually do. I'm usually a little bit better than that. But, oh well. We still got it in one try. That's the important thing. I don't know if I'd consider him the hardest fight in the game, though. Like, Daredevil aside, if we are looking at all fights as Daredevil or regular, probably the Monty Mole guy, I'd say he's probably the hardest one. Because you have to be very precise on the timing on that one. So I'd say he's probably the worst one. And yeah, that does include the final battle. I don't think that one's all that hard. Especially stage 2 and 3 are pretty easy. I'd say stage 1 is probably the hardest, even then it's not that hard. This should be Blue Base. Yes, it is. Oh, right, it's going to kick me back out when I get the green star as well, so I guess we can check at that point. I totally forgot I was going to do that. So if that's the case, we'll probably do that star first. And then that will give a couple stages for him potentially, in a perfect world, to go to Honey Hive Galaxy, and then we can get all the Luigi stars taken care of.
Yes.
We'll see how that goes, though. Ooh, the camera did not like that. It did not know what to do there. Alright, Torpedo Ted. If you would be so kind. Thank you. I really bet most people probably on their first playthrough got this star before they got the main one. This one's a lot faster, and most of the time that you find the homing build, like, you've already probably seen that warp pipe, and you're like, yeah, I'll grab that first. Probably thinking it'll take you to a hidden area, which is technically true, it will. There we go. It's weird to think how many star colors there are in this one. You got these, you got the normal ones, of course, you got the red one. Surprised there's no blue ones. And I don't mean the pull stars, I mean like actual blue power stars.
Oh, yeah.
Chapter's been added to the storybook, and of course now they're going to be like, hey, you risked a green power star. If you get all 3 of those, you can go do the trial galaxies. Don't suppose you got any, Nope. Nothing yet. Okay. And we'll just keep on keeping on. I don't know what makes him spawn in the next Luigi mission. Obviously, he won't give you a second one until the first one is done, and they are in a set order, but I don't know what triggers those. Oh, right, we still have the Hungry Loom as well. I forgot about that. Well, we'll do that later. Now for the, I wouldn't say more difficult one, but for the one that takes more time, at least. Blue Base Galaxy, opening the Pokeball, also known as the Floating Fortress, but let's be honest, it's opening the Pokeball. Camera seizure again. I was gonna say, you want to spawn one of those enemies for me there? Luckily, they will always keep line of sight on you. Dampe the Gravekeeper from Majora's Mask. This is not. And there we go. Always a bit more difficult to do is, oops, this is the wrong half. It's always a bit more difficult to do the underwater sections as Luigi, since spinning underwater as him will take away some of your air gauge. I could probably manage to get around that, but thought I was gonna just drop a bunch of them all at once. That. I think that turns off the shooters. Yeah, that's more important. Fine, I will use the little thing, since apparently you're not allowed to wall kick off that specific wall. Not sure why, but whatever. That could be an interesting video to do. All the stars in Galaxy, or all the boss fights in Galaxy from easiest to hardest. Or just the galaxies in general would probably be easier to rank. Yeah, I don't know, I'm actually kind of liking that idea. I might have to do that in the future. It's been a while since I did a ranking video, but that could be a fun one to do. Less fun would be falling all the way back down to the beginning here, for literally no reason. A pretty impressive maneuver, if not for the fact it never would have been needed had I not made that mistake in the first place. Alright, to the top of the Pokeball. Turns out inside it was nothing but water and a power star, apparently. So I guess this is a Staryu / Starmie. How fitting, given the insanity that's been going on with Mega Starmie as of late. Again, as of the time of this being live, ZA Arceus, or ZA Legends has been out for like a week, maybe 10 days, somewhere in that range.
Oh, yeah.
So complete. Got some mana. Some good old money. And that's everything here, except for the Hungry Luma and the Bowser fights. Or the Bowser Jr. fight. I'll always just call it the Bowser fight. Like, I see the picture of Bowser's face, so I think Bowser fight. But yeah, it's Bowser Jr. It probably also does not help that the first Bowser Jr. fight, you are not even fighting Bowser Jr. He just tells Megaleg to go defeat you, and then he screws off to somewhere. Yeah, I might post a poll about that. Like, if I were to do a Mario Galaxy ranking, like, oh, what would you guys want to see? Would you want to see, like, ranking the galaxies, ranking the boss fights? Ranking individual stars? If I were to rank individual stars, I'd probably pick, like, the 10 hardest ones. At least for me, personally. Which is funny, because I'm very sure that if you asked me what that was, like, on my first couple play sessions, you would get very different answers. Like, I would have said, originally it would have been Luigi's Purple Coins. Without question, that would be the hardest one. But that was because past me, when this game came out back in 2007, when I was all of 12 years old, which I'm willing to bet some of you probably weren't even alive in 2007, but that's besides the point. Past me was too stupid to realize, like, hey, if you're going for the 100 coins, you don't have to get all 100 before you start making your way back. Like, you can get, like, 70 of them and then start making your way back. I would eat up too many of my, I'd eat up too many of my platforms and then not be able to make it back as a result. Hey, Kamek. Hi, Kamek. I guess that's just a regular magic dude, but that's not Kamek specifically. Turn front-facing. Front-facing Bowser Jr. isn't real, he can't hurt you. Well, let's go grab these real quick. pronounce it? Yeah. This is a weird one where it's like a fight in 3 stages and you have to hit him twice instead of once, or 3 in 3. Very nice. Yeah, we should have time to be able to get the, well, definitely the Hungry Luma and potentially the Luigi star if he decides to show up, but we'll see what happens. And that will unlock Bedroom, which is my favorite area in terms of how it looks, and also the intro that you guys see if you watch the very start of the live stream, where it's got the intro starting soon. That's where Mario is sleeping, is in the bed in there. This is still one of my favorite games. Like, this is still in my top 5 to this day, with Majora's Mask, Ori and the Blind Forest, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, and I'm not sure what sits in that 5th slot. Double Dash could be one, Melee, Super Smash Bros. Melee could be one, potentially Kirby Air Riders when it comes out could be one. Terraria could potentially be it, Stardew Valley could potentially be it. There's a fair few. I'm pretty locked in on those first 4, though. There we go, there's the... It's weird that he got stuck. In particular, in this one, he's stuck in a container. Like, the other one, he's stuck in the level, but this one, he's, like, stuck. Yet, he was somehow able to take a picture and send it to you? Which are 2 separate instances of how, because how did you take the picture of you outside of the bubble when you can't get outside of the bubble? So clearly somebody else must have taken the picture and sent it, because there's also no way for you to send the letter back either. So, I don't know what happened there. Oh, Luigi, your wonders never cease to amaze us. Probably, and I use this term loosely, the hardest Luigi one, just because of trying to get the bullet bill to target you for going far enough at the end of the stage. Honey Hive might be slightly harder in the sense of trying to find where he is specifically in the level. It's not hard to tell that it's Honey Hive, but finding specifically where he is can be a little tricky. Starbits, all the Starbits, every last Starbits. Just gonna drop some on the platform. Do need to be better about catching those. In 2-player, it's like way easier, because if you're player 1, you can just focus on the gameplay entirely and not worry about the person collecting them. I never did the 2-player, though. I think the only thing I ever used it for was to show off, I think in the playthrough now, that you could do like the special jump if you pointed at yourself and jumped, and then player 2 pointed at you and jumped at the same time. Ah, the auto-scrollers. Funny enough, I think an auto-scroller is actually, for my money's worth, is probably the most difficult level, which is Dreadnought's Purple Coins. I think most people would consider that, at the very least, in the top 5 for the hardest levels in Galaxy 1. Not what I was intending to do there at all, but that is what happened. Alright, let's try that again. I find myself often having to jump and spin, otherwise it'll get hit as it tries to switch to the lower half of this saucer UFO thing. So if you're asking why is he jumping and spinning like a drunken zombie, that's why. Alright, that's That's 2 Luigi stars and 2 green stars down. I always forget how quickly you get those 2 back to back, and the third one's not that far away either. Because that's in the desert stage.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we got 5 minutes left before we switch over to Galaxy 2. That's enough time for the Hungry Luma. So let's do it. It's a weird balance between Galaxy 1 and Galaxy 2. Excuse me. No, I'm not trying to rotate the camera. I am not trying to rotate the camera, thank you. Pro Controller's got a little bit of drift. I've had it since the Switch came out. It was something I got at launch, so... Oops, nope, we want to go over here. If it does get bad enough, though, I do have a second one, so we'll see. That'll give us just over 1,000 left, or just under 1,000. I think that's what we started with, actually, was 991, didn't we? That'd be funny if going through that entire area we got the exact amount we needed for the Hungry Luma. Drip drop. Which one is this? Oh, okay. I thought this one was a little bit later, but yeah, we can do this one. Because there's like a few that are water-based for the Hungry Luma missions. But yeah, we can totally do this one. Because there's like this one, there's like a more casual one where you have to free Toad in a chest. There's, well, that one's not a Hungry Luma mission, but there's a Bonefin one, which also is a 1-star Galaxy mission. Nice, that actually connected them. Kind of surprised it did, but I am very, very pleasantly surprised. That's one. Where are your buddies hiding? That's 2. That's 3. That's definitely the fastest run I've had of that one. That was nice and speedy. Took a little bit of time to find that first deal, but after that, it was just one after the other after the other. I will accept that. I'll check real quick and see if that Toad has dropped the last Luigi letter, but it's only been one mission. I highly doubt he has. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Alrighty, with that, let's move on to Galaxy 2. Save and quit one more time, just be sure. But I don't know if you can back out of the menu here. I actually have to go to main menu, so we'll just do that. Oh, it's up to 16% now. I was wondering if I'd be able to start on time, because I always forget to turn the Switch off after I'm done with it. Like, I'll unplug it and hit the power button once to put it to sleep, but not, like, turn it off. Thankfully, we are good on that front. Alright. I have no idea what the map's looking like here in terms of... I do believe we are in World 3. Gosh, it just looks so pretty. Like, in particular, how the backgrounds look on the overship is one of the things I actually genuinely appreciate about Galaxy 2. I like that it won't let you choose to not take the 1-ups in this game. Yeah, I'm going to assume we're done with 2 for the time being, and we're done with 1 for the time being. Alright. Sure, we'll do the slide first. I know it's not just the slide, but that's what I remember about Tall Trunk. I will make no promises on getting through all of World 3 because, like I said, I know Galaxy 1 way better than Galaxy 2. I do not remember where most of the comet medals are, and while I can still do the missions just fine, it does not mean I will do them as quickly as possible. So we'll see how it goes. See if I can recognize an area of like, oh, that looks like where the comet medal might be. But truthfully, I do not remember at all. I think it's in a section like this, actually. So it could be here. I'm going to choose to not take that and instead go over here. Yep, there it is. I see it. Oh, well, alright. Where does this go? This is a bonus game, I'm guessing? Yeah, it's just a bonus game. Alright, well, let's see what we got. 1. Star bits. 2. The inability to hit a crate. 1 up. Okay. I forget how much this game hands out 1-ups by comparison to the original, but at least in the perfect run, you're definitely going to want them. Other than that, you probably don't need them. I don't remember getting lots of game overs on this. I could be wrong about that, but I feel like I would have remembered that, but I think the only one I, like, truly struggled with was Perfect Run. Okay, so here's the plan. First of all, that guy's gotta go. And hopefully he will not respawn, because I didn't actually kill him. So hopefully there is a balloon power up here, because otherwise I don't know how to get this thing. Oh, there's star chips in this. Okay, that's not what I expected. Balloon for just that one right there. I guess technically number 4, but I could have gotten that without it. Freshify this. And hopefully the star's gonna appear right above me. Okay, good. Leaves the last of the stage. I got the comet medal, so we're good there. I do appreciate that it's at least always in the first star that you do, so you don't have to be like, oh, well, which one is it in? Since you have to do that later for the green stars anyway. I swear, sometimes there's just no way to dodge those Paragoombas, because you can't eat them, because Yoshi is stuck. Oh, speaking of Yoshi being stuck, ay caramba. You stay over there. And there is our star. Very nice. Yeah, if we go with that right there, is a no chance I'll be able to get through World 3 in its entirety. Plus, I think this is the time where... When did comets start showing up? I honestly don't remember. But if those start showing up, yeah, there ain't no way, because I'll be going back for those at pretty much every opportunity. But I don't admittedly remember when those begin to appear. Well, we'll find out later. New friend, affirm with something special if you want to check it out, yada yada yada. Yeah, just an extra, or a little minigame for extra lives, I don't need that, so I'm gonna pass. What do we got next? That Trunk's big slide, nice. Okay, cool. See, if you can remember the galaxy, there's a good chance that you'll remember, like, the biggest thing about it, even not just seeing it, because there's only so many stars, as opposed to Galaxy 1, where the stages are a lot bigger. I think I personally do prefer the bigger stages, though. Like, I know the comets and the green stars are in there, but, like, I mean, like, actual full-on stars, not just cats fighting outside, because they scream, therefore they are. But not just, like, oh, try to find the green stars in level. Ones that are, like, specially tailored, even the secret stars, that you can tell, like, oh, this is this star specifically, and it is only this star and nothing else. Though I will give a pass to the comets, even the purple coins. Like, doing the purple coins on this, while difficult, does feel like its own thing as opposed to just surviving the slide. Seeing this area is giving me the urge to go play Ori again. Blind Forest or Will-O-Wisps. Give me to give Will-O-Wisps another playthrough. I only played it through all the way once, but I did love it that much to put it in my top 5. It's that good. It is honestly that good. If you're curious about Blind Forest, I have a full playthrough of that on the archive page, which is linked below for your pleasure and mine. Funny enough, the archive page was only ever initially designed because I knew I was going to be doing Icarus plays, so that way she could go back and like, rewatch and being like, oh yeah, I remember doing, you know, Pokemon Coliseum or Mario Party 3 or whatever. Talk to you? We judge you. Very brave. You judge me? How dare, sir. Don't make me get the sticker of judgment. Which is a sticker that my friend has on Telegram that is... It is very judgy. It's more like a sort of, like, peeking type of thing of like, oh, hey, are you awake? Sort of sticker, but we call it the sticker of judgment. Alright, what have we now? I assume when it drops us off here and not over by the head of the ship that there's something to tell me. Brought back a Whittle, yeah! Tell you about comment medals. I don't think you need to talk to him about them in terms of making the thing activate, so I'm just gonna not do that. I don't really care for talking to the NPCs unless it's required to, but I will say I genuinely appreciate the whole, like, oh, your starship is starting to fill up with people that, like, want to come on your journey with you, and makes it feel less empty. Because, man, does it feel empty at the start of the adventure, but by the end of it, it's like, oh yeah, everywhere you turn, there's something. Even those little mini-games, even though they're only for one-ups, you know, it's not just there to, like, look around and look pretty. Which, granted, the Comet Observatory did that too. There were hidden one-ups all over the place there as well. But yeah, if you're gonna make, like, a homeworld that you keep coming back to, you do have to put stuff in it for both characters and for items. It can't just be a big expanse of nothing. I mean, I guess it can, it just wouldn't be any good. What is that lead to? Coins. I don't need those. I don't need no stinking coins. we go. I was gonna say, I think there's a coin Luma in this one, but I'm gonna just do the regular one first. And I believe the Comet Medal's towards the end of this stage. I'm pretty sure, anyway. There's an extra area there. One-up area there. Oh, hey, where are we going? Where are we going and what are we doing? And why are we doing it? I don't think it's up here. Major height off that one. Yeah, I don't think it's up there. With wind. Let's have a look. Oh, maybe I was wrong. I could have sworn it was like towards the end, though. Maybe it's... Oh, actually, I think I remember where it is. But we have to go and do the mission with the coin Luma anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. Oh, no, it is right here. Okay. I was gonna say, actually, I think it's on top of the giraffe, but no, I think that's a green star. Two. Yeah, I will say, when we get to the green stars, I will almost assuredly have a list of... It doesn't even have to give me all the details of just being like, oh, it's right here. Just so I know. Because some of them are very obvious to spot, and heck, a lot of them you can see in the intros, and then there's some other ones that are just in absolutely ludicrous spots. That'll take us to the ice world. Which I do like that one, and the ghost one are both very good. Like, so for Power Star Steve, if you see me, come say hi. I can help save the universe. Alright. We didn't see you at all in the level, but alright. I was trying to remember when he showed up, and I figured, oh, it's probably in a ghost level, same as the last time, but no. Weird. Oh, well. Head in the clouds. As well as the rest of his body, I'd wager. I do not remember how many coins is required of you. Oh, there's a health shroom over there. I didn't know about that. However, I know the last one, we cut it pretty close, so I'm going to assume we should probably grab just about every coin. Didn't quite hit the mark there, buddy. Nice try. Alright, now you're just acting a fool. There you go. Watch it just be like 10 or 20. Something you can easily hit without even really trying. Ooh, easy there. Let's not do that. Yep. 18 should give us, I'm gonna guess, 2 sets of 10. I'm gonna grab these again, because I do remember Starbit grinding being a very real thing. In particular in Galaxy 2. think I used the boulder stage of having to, oh, what was it? The one where you have to, like, go down the pathway. It's like a huge bowling lane where you have to navigate through stuff. Yeah, you did have to get just about everything there. Technically, you could go up a little bit more of the map and then come back down, but yeah, that's a pretty narrow window they give you there. So I'll have to remember that if I see coin windows, is be sure to grab everyone that you see, because you might need, if not all of them, a very good chunk of them. And I do remember this. This is a 5 silver stars with the clones chasing you. Well, I thought they were chasing you. Oh, there they... I was supposed to say, hello? Also, I'm 100% sure that it is my imagination and it is not actually the case. But did the clouds look like there's a specific type of, like, dinner roll that, you can find in usually, like, the, you find them, like, the frozen food section. And they're, like, the exact shape of those dinner rolls. Since I have not eaten dinner, that's making me hungry. That's 4, and that is 5. And luckily they are destroyed once the star appears. Yep. So no collection necessary to get rid of them. Not gonna risk just walking over those just in case. They're just far enough apart where I'm skeptical. Bravo, you did it! I did do it. Yeah, World 3's got some really good stages thus far. You'll notice that the drill and the boulder have not shown up as I say that. Yeah, not a fan. I like the cloud flower. I do think that one's good. Keeping the fire flower is always a solid choice. Hell, I'll take the spring over that boulder or the drill. And that's saying a lot, because I know a lot of people do not like that spring. Which is fair. I don't really care for it much either. Racer Comet has been spotted, yep, so we're probably going to be spending the rest of this hour just doing that, because they'll be liable to keep showing up. But hey, they're fun little challenges, and I personally quite adore them, and like I said, I actually prefer how they do some of the comets now, in particular the speed comets and the purple coin comets. I just don't really like the whole, like, oh yeah, you can go explore the entire world type of thing. Just, eh. Yep. Spiny Rainbow Romp. Romp is a fun word. But yeah, even some of these challenges, like these, they're comet challenges, but there's not really one like this in the first Galaxy game of like, oh, defeat all enemies within the time limit type of thing. How much time do we get? 60 seconds? Yeah, that's about what I figured. I was thinking anywhere between 40 and 60. Excuse me, thank you. I was gonna say, I don't remember if the mug still slows you down if you're Rainbow Star powered up. Difficult ones first here. That was unfortunate timing. If Zero had counted as the second, I could have gotten him for sure. If you're wondering, like, oh, why didn't you grab the star while you're there? I have to keep the TV volume pretty low so it doesn't echo, so I can't really hear the sound that well, so I can't hear when the rainbow star is about to run out. Go and grab him too. Yeah. time. No thanks, I'm good. I don't want to stay down there. Get up there, my gosh. Seriously? Seriously. Alright. Alright, so no more getting stuck on random ledges, no more deciding we're just gonna go off the edge. Third time's the charm. It's really not that difficult. It's the first one. See, if stuff like that could not happen, then, like, we'd be set, honestly. Yeah, even if you recovered from it pretty quickly, it wouldn't be that big of a deal, like so. This one here, the one in the center of the muddy area. Get out of there, thank you. Actually, a decent amount of time left, so I wanted to make sure. There we go. Imagine if you had to collect the star after that, then it'd actually be pretty tough. But I'm pretty sure that timer goes away. Yeah, it does. Alright, cool. One other thing I don't remember about the comments is, do they work like how they work in Galaxy 1, where, theoretically, there's not supposed to be more than one active at any given time? Because, granted that we've gotten all the comet medals from all the stages that we've played thus far, it could just keep going over and over, basically, of just chaining them together. Oh, okay. The one we just left. That works. Yeah, I don't know if it picks at random, like, I think as long as you have picked the comet medal up from the stage, then it can appear in that stage. Which means literally anything is on the table. Cloudy Court is purple coins? Question mark? Yeah, I knew that the shadows were still there. No, this looks like a normal stage? With, like, the things from Battle Rock, whichever one it was, the pieces that appear whenever you get close to them. Let's say, clearly there has to be the shadows going on here, because otherwise this would be pretty freaking easy. Oh, I was expecting him to keep going, but sure, we could do that too. Probably just gonna go my theory out, which this is also gonna spawn them in. Sure enough. Ooh, that was close. No, I guess we do want to go this way. Here. Over the rainbow, way up high. Ooh. Depth perception threw me off there. Yeah, that one wasn't that hard, honestly. It's weird, it's like, I feel like I remember these, but also it feels like I'm playing this the first time again. Like I watched somebody play, because it's been that long since I played. Because I believe the last time I played this was, at least that I played it, like, substantially, was when I did the playthrough of it, which I believe was 2012. Oh, gross. Not the specific comment, but just, any stage with the drill or the boulder, as I've said. Not a fan. I want to zoom out. There we go. So that is a world. I thought it was a World 2 stage. Is it a World 1 stage? Oh, it's a World 1 stage. Okay. My mistake. Could have sworn it was World 2. I think I'm getting it confused with Puzzle Plank. Alright, what do we got? Oh, Dig Legs Daredevil Run. Well, we still have to use the drill, so that's a bit unfortunate, but... This one is only difficult in timing the jumps right for the little miniature things that he sends out. Otherwise, it's not too bad. Let's see. Yeah, I definitely hit... I'm gonna double check. Yeah, that's still the jump button. He says as if he's taken his hand off the jump button. Let's try jumping again. There you go. We're very proud. We can't help but feel the same satisfaction that a parent would when Mario manages to do something that we asked him to. Mario, you gonna... Yeah, thanks. Yeah, to me this is just not a particularly fun boss fight. It's just, it exists, that's basically it. That wasn't supposed to happen. But it didn't kill me, so I guess it's fine. Sorry for anybody that wanted to see any more progress through World 3, because I don't think it's happening anymore. I don't know how many of these we'll get through, but we'll tackle as many as we can. Oh, there's Puzzle Plank, speaking of which, and that was in World 2. It's a lot of brown stages in World 2. Puzzle Plank, the boulder one that was right above it, even the waterfall one's got a fair bit of, like, wood-related stuff because you're riding up the rails. The real question is, how long until we see a comet appear in one of the Bowser stages? I know there's only 2, but eventually they will show up. Purple coin. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I don't remember this being in the main stage. That's probably why it's not. That makes more sense. 1 minute to get, I'm assuming, all 100. Yep, sure. Oh, and I guess the shadow guys are following you too, which isn't really that big of a deal for a mission like this. If you've only got a minute, you probably shouldn't be doubling back on your steps in the first place. That was pretty freaking easy. Well, we're gonna get a lot of star bits at least, because these guys are all about to explode, so... Very nice. That was the real prize, honestly. wonder how many of those can stay on stage at any given time. Like, in the normal stages, it's typically only 3, but it looked like basically an infinite amount. But I'm sure there is some sort of limit that they've got.
Oh, yeah.
That was a nice, simple one. What do we got next? Ah, Sky Station. Nice. It's weird that I remember some of the names of these. Like, I know I saw them kind of recently, but didn't have anything to do with seeing them recently, just recognized them. Back to World 1. And this is, I believe, speed. I think it's a race. Not a shadow race, just a race against the clock. Yes, it is. And I do believe this is one, yes, that you have to grab timers for. It doesn't give you a set number of, like, 6 minutes or whatever. Which I do like. Again, I do like that adjustment to it. Of like, 20 seconds, there's no way I can do this in 20 seconds. Yeah, you're right, there is no way you can do it in 20 seconds. It is a bit weird that it kind of penalizes you for taking too many shortcuts, though. Yeah, as we saw last time, I'm not too terribly good with this boss fight, so we're going to see how this goes. Okay, 34 seconds, and I think we've got 2 more clocks. There's at least 1. Big Mad. It's actually easier to get him while you're doing that. There we go. I always forget he doesn't need 3 hits. I think it's 2... Well, no, it's 2 sets of 3. Kind of like the airship and the Bowser Jr. fight that we did earlier. Very nice. I've only been playing this for half an hour for Galaxy 2? Wow, that's kind of surprising. Yeah, I would go longer, like 1 more hour worth of gameplay. I would have done an hour and a half, but A, I kind of wanted to keep the status quo, and B, I still gotta make a dinner before I head to work. Got some hamburger meat earlier, so I'm looking forward to having some tacos. It'll be good. No, I don't want to go back to that gap. I'm very clearly clicking zoom out each time. Alright. Quick. Boulder Bowl. I do not remember what this is. Oh, it's another defeat all enemies. Okay. You'll probably hear me butchering the names of some of these comets, as you know, there's not, like, some of these just didn't exist in the first one, so the ones that had names, Fast Foe, Purple Coin, whatever, like, those were easy enough, but this one's probably gonna be worse, because this requires using the boulder, and I'm not very good with this thing. Because at first it's like, oh wow, you just, like, crushed a bunch of them all in one hit, that's not... You're gonna be fine. You're clearly just like decimating through them, and then you get down to like 2 or 3 of them, and all of a sudden it becomes substantially more difficult. They're all grouped together like that. Why was there like 8 of them there? Oh, actually got it in one try. Go figure. The Let's Play curse, even in live streaming, it still exists. The one that was easy with the spinies, it took me multiple tries, and the one that was more difficult with the crabs, I got in one try. No problem. If they're gonna give us those, might as well take them. I sincerely doubt we will need them, but hey, better have than not, right? I'm gonna take a random guess. I'm gonna say it's gonna be the, like, waterfall rapids thing where you have to use Yoshi with the hot pepper. That's gonna be the next one. But that is a full-on guess. Nope. Flip switch. Or flip swap. Sorry. My mistake. That one, I believe, is purple coins on a timer. Should be some extra star bits, I think. Yep. Somewhere I did see this. Someone did point out that there's no storage of your star bits in this game, and you also cannot transfer them over to a different save file either. Which, you know, doesn't affect the integrity of this playthrough by any stretch, but yeah, never noticed that when we were playing for the first time. Did not catch my eye. Because normally I'd throw star bits in there, like, constantly and be like, oh yeah, you can get a little bit out of the little cashback program they have. You can get, like, somewhere between usually 1 to 9, which isn't a lot, but it's still something. This one, I do remember this is purple coins on a timer. If you struggled with this one on the first go-round, this is going to be a rough time for you. No, I don't want to shake the Joy-Con or Pro Controller in this case. If I did that, I would die. I'm going to do that when I need to, and only when I need to. Let's go ahead and flip. I'm willing to bet that probably 3 minutes is enough time, and they want you to make the mistake of trying to go quickly, like really quickly, because there is a timer, and that's what's going to cause you to mess up. We've gotten about a third of them with a third of our time limit, so... Halfway, and we still got more than half the timer. Ooh, camera. Camera. Now is not the time. I assure you now is not the time. Yep, I'm definitely dead. Yeah, the random camera adjustment there by my controller definitely just screwed me on that one. Alright, let's give that another go. This is the real downside, is having to wait for sections like this. Taking the damage wouldn't be a big deal, but I do remember specifically that getting hit by those in midair just completely destroys your momentum, and as a result, you are probably going to fall and die. Or try to spin to recover and then realize, oh no, wait, I didn't want to do that, and that will also kill you. I almost instinctively did a spin there to correct, but that would have definitely been the end of me. back up to where we were. Didn't make that jump. Okay, I got a minute left, but we are basically done. Take this nice and slow. And there we go. Very nice. Very nice. I made a good choice by streaming this tonight. This has been fun. I've been having a good time here. But the real question, where are we off to now? This is the fun part about the comments, though, is you just never know where they're going to show up. To Teletrunk, I think that might actually be the purple coin one, which is going to be pretty difficult. Nope. That time I actually did not hit zoom out correctly. This is purple coins. This one might be a little challenging. See how things go. Yep, that is the purple coins. I don't remember how many are on this slide. They give you more than you actually need, because getting them all would quite literally be impossible. As evidenced by the fact that there was a small set and then a larger set that were on the same section of the slide, so there's literally no way to get them. Curious to see if it will tell you how many... How many are there? Can you let me know? 140? Okay. So you need to get, out of 136, you need to get another 96. Got it. Because they give you those 4 for free, let's be real. Sugar Conroy showing off that, like, you could, get a special line of dialogue if you managed to not get a single coin on this. Which, to be fair, would be harder than getting 100 coins by quite a bit, I would say. Hello? Can I? Yeah, thanks. I think we're gonna get it at this rate. Nope, 96. Even if I'd gotten that last one, it still wouldn't have been enough. And therefore, he murdered me instead. Yeah, I don't know why it couldn't go farther to the left on that piece of the slide. That would have easily been enough to get the 4 that I needed. That was the only section where it felt like I was not moving, like when I was turning left and right. Every other section felt fine. Very bizarre. Right here, it just did not feel like I was... It felt fine there, though. That's... Yeah, I don't know what was going on with that. didn't make that jump. Luckily, we are all good. 107. Yeah, I thought that was going to be worse, honestly. Maybe I'm just remembering Nintendo Capri Sun struggling on that one quite a bit. Or it also could be the first time I played it, I was struggling quite a bit. I don't remember. Don't remember how I did on that one. Regardless, we still have time for more. I figured that was going to take up the rest of that hour, but nope, it looks like we're in the clear. So let's see. What do we got next? 1001 star bits. And hey, there's the... whatever it is, the River Rapids. Hightail Falls. There we go. Give him your breast. I will not. Besides, I said I'm having tacos, not chicken breast, so... This was also purple coins, I think. I think we're just getting, conveniently managing to get a bunch of the purple coin ones right in a row. No, this is a speedrun, okay. I'm okay with that. As long as we get, like, variety and not the same thing over and over again of, like, constantly purple coins, then I'm okay with that, personally. We have, like, purple coins, speedrun, the, cosmic clones. That's right, a bunch of the flooring is out here, I do remember that. Not deal with that guy. Nope, we're not gonna deal with him. I'm good, thanks. No, thank you, bye. Starbits, those aren't the point. The big thing you always gotta remember about stages that go for longer than these on the challenge ones that are like 3 minutes is there are no checkpoints on these. So if you mess up, you gotta start from the beginning again. They're not gonna put you like halfway and take a minute off of your time or something like that. Still got a pretty good chunk of time though, over half. Very strange camera angle, but it's fine. No thanks. Already got an encyclopedia. Hello? Well, I might have been able to grab that if I'd vaulted off. I don't know what happened there with the controls. Because, unsurprisingly, no, I was not just spinning in circles for literally no reason. There we go. Still nice and easy, though. That probably would have been like a minute 20 left on the clock, I'm gonna guess. Somewhere in there. It would have been over a minute, either way, if that hadn't happened, but still, more than enough time to clear. I thought the meteors on the last section of that were going to be more problematic than they were, but honestly, they didn't cause much problem. No comment. Okay, I guess that's all the comments we're doing for now. There's one in literally every stage, which is why you're seeing some of these without the crown, so... Yeah, the Bowser stage, 3 of them here, including the Bowser stage. None of those showed up. Weird. We'll go and unlock this, but I'm not going to do this one yet. I'd rather do the, because this will take you straight to the end. Yeah. I'd rather do the ghost one, personally. It's fitting for, nearing Halloween. And also, ghosts are our friends. Oh, right, the bulberry. I forgot about that item as well. I'd only ever remembered the pepper and the balloon fruit. I'd forgotten this was also in here. I only ever think of it being in, whatever that other game is that I'm blanking on the name of. It is weird after doing a bunch of comments in a row to be like, yeah, just go whatever pace you want now. There's no, like, timer or the cosmic clones floating over your head or anything like that. Or a Daredevil comment where you've got to be especially careful or anything like that. Ooh, those are some very pretty colored blocks. I approve. Don't need those for anything. Oh, thought I screwed myself there, but nope, we're okay. I could probably make that jump, but I'm not gonna risk it. I was very tempted to risk it on when we got to that hill. Yeah, we probably could have made that, but that's alright. That I definitely can't make. Could get the height necessary with the backflip, but that's about it. That's the way forward. I almost goofed up there. I want the way forward, I want the cosmic comet. Very nice. Next. That feels very reminiscent to the ghost stage we just did. The key was even in the same spot. You remember the time on these is not as generous as you would expect them to be. Like, they kind of are and aren't. They are because you get more time than you think you do, but they aren't because, like, by the time it gets to where you can barely see anything, it's just like a, okay, well, I gotta just make this jump and hope that there's ground over there. Oh, that was it? Okay, I thought there was gonna be a little bit more to that. I guess not. Cool. Really pretty. Like I said, I love how some of these later worlds in particular look. World 3 is probably my favorite, but all of them are pretty from what I remember. Even though the black hole looks kind of cool. Any other stars in that level? Yes, there is one more. Good. Didn't want the ghost one to just be a one and done. I wanted to keep going on that one. Yeah, depending on how long this one takes, we might do one more star after this. We'll see. Sneaking down the creepy corridor. Oh, creepy corridor. Ooh. I don't know if I can handle that. Sooner or later, I'm gonna need them, so might as well grab them. I am skipping from that. Oh, right, because this is where ghosts are. The boos won't hurt you as long as you don't look them in the eye, okay? Tee-hee-hee. You little deviants. Being all adorable. How dare you be so cute. Oh, no, let's not miss the launch star here. So I'm fawning over the ghost doesn't mean we have to be stupid now. Okay, I have no memory of this part of the stage. I remember running towards the screen. Yeah, this I remember. I remember there being these platforms in between them. That's rather odd. Hello. I would love to be your friend, but tragically I have to continue on. Yeah, this is more distinctly what I remembered. I don't remember if you can jump on their heads to, like, stop them for a split second or not. I might just decide to damage you instead. I honestly don't remember. Another big ghost. Hello. There we go. Yeah, we got time for one more. That was pretty quick and simple. I think I'll probably do the ice level instead of the Hungry Luma unlock so that I don't think, oh hey, I unlocked that Hungry Luma, I must have finished that mission. Well, I said there's no way we would clear out World 3, but if we hadn't stopped to do all the comets, I think we probably would have gotten, at the very least, within striking distance, if not actually done it. Yeah, we'll be Freezy Flake. Do one stage of this. How fitting we're going from Halloween to a cold... Man, it was freaking freezing this morning. It wasn't actually below freezing, but it was pretty close. It's like 35 and about 17-mile-an-hour winds, so it definitely felt like it was below freezing. I don't think it got above 58, 59 today, I think is what the weather showed. It's fine in my town, it's socially acceptable to talk about the weather because it's always doing something stupid. Oh, we're looking for the star chips, huh? I will admit, I don't remember which ones are where. What did we get? We got a coin. Oh, that's nice. Well, I thought we needed star chips. Now I'm not actually all that convinced we do. I think one of these does lead to a pipe that maybe has a chimp mini-game. Like one of the ice skating ones, but I'm not fully sold on that either. I could just be making stuff up here. There's a pipe. Before we do that, let's just in case. Alright, now... Oh my god, I actually remember that. Holy crap. Not only did I get it correct that it was the chimp, I actually got the right minigame as well. That's insane. Cannot believe I got that correct. The key on this one is that you can keep using your spin to get a little bit of boosted speed. The enemies will reset faster if you manage to defeat all of the non-spiked ones. So we're gonna do that. $69, nice. Well done, or $6.90, but you know. Clap your hands, give me your star. Can't believe I actually remember that's what that was. That's still baffling that I got the right minigame and that it was a pipe that led to the chimp. Most of the time, you either can't access him and he'll send you a letter in the mail, or I think he might send you a letter in the mail if you don't get the hidden star with him in the galaxy when you first arrive, but clearly that won't be happening. I do like that one as well. These are all good galaxies. Even this ice one, which I usually don't care for ice physics, even that's a good one. Oh, that is tempting, but I did say I was going to stop at 8, and it is 8 o'clock, so I am going to hold myself to that. But that was a lot of fun. I am curious, though, before we end off here. there were two... How many in this one? 3. I'm going to assume that that was 5. 6 stars left in World 3. We did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we definitely would have cleared World 3. I know the comments are a little bit faster, but I think we can probably make some sort of fraction in which, yeah, we would have cleared out World 3, but that's okay. Yeah, of these, I'm going to say this is my favorite looking one when you actually go into the Starship Mario, followed by World 1 and World 2. The World 4 one is very pretty looking, though, but we'll see that at another date. So yeah, to reiterate, updates. I'm still going to be working on it tonight of doing more of leveling up Icarus's teams that we'll be able to finish up. Ow, that was my sternum. We'll be able to finish up Heart Gold Soul Silver Versus pretty soon. She can easily beat the remastered version of the Elite Four now. So it will just depend on how she can handle the final boss. And on my end, I'll just be catching more legendaries and doing other stuff like that while I wait. Then that project will be done. That will just leave Wind Waker. And then again, hopefully with any luck, depending on how paycheck goes, I'm going to do my best to try and pick up a Switch 2 to do the demo dates and then actually pick it up when the Kirby Air Riders game comes out. So that will do it for me. In the meantime, let's go raid Ray, because he's doing some Backyard Baseball 2001. And not only is it hilarious to watch, I always look forward to watching those VODs. That's not me just, like, singing his praises because, you know, whatever. I actually do think they're really funny. So, do go give him a watch. Ah, Ray doesn't allow us to raid. That's a shame. Josh Jepson is doing a thing. He might be... No, he's only been live for 2 hours. I don't know if he's still playing or not. Oh well. We'll raid him regardless. There we go. So thank you all for watching it, and I will hopefully see you potentially sometime this weekend. If I've got free time amidst all the Halloween stuff, then I will do something. I do have a 3-day weekend, but we'll kind of see how that goes. Till then, though, thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys next time for either more of this, Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 probably, or Pokemon Versus, which might be the finale. See you guys then. It takes so long to raid. It's just sitting here of like, oh yeah, you'll be ready to raid in like 30 seconds, which is now in like 1 second, but still. Alright, see y'all next time.